How we doing?
Each week it's kind of been, guy come back here or there, but when you see 13, and of course Jalen too, what he's been through, just talk to the possibility of maybe Mike sooner than Jalen even, of what that would do to everybody.
Yeah, obviously, we talked about it on a lot of extension, but I mean, Mike just attracts so much attention. Obviously, his playmaking ability is great to have. Obviously I can trust him, know where he's going to be. But he just attracts so much attention. It really affects how a defense is going to play you, how a coordinator is going to call it. So, yeah, obviously we'll see how they progress continually. But, yeah, getting him and J-Mac. And, for J-Mac, it's obviously been a long time coming, going back to training camp and in a preseason game. So he's worked his tail off to get to this point. So hopefully he keeps heading in the right direction. But it'll keep getting better for us, But like I said last week, we have what we need to win right now. Those pieces will be bonuses for us, but we need to execute with what we have right now.
Have you felt that, though, like in the red zone in particular, to not have Chris, to not have Mike throughout the year at points?
Yeah, especially Mike. There's whether it's the run plays, whether load the box up, and you have a one-on-one with him. Time and time again, we've thrown it to him. So things like that, and Chris just understanding zones down there, knowing how to beat leverage. So yeah, you feel it.
Could you tell last week, Baker, early that Chris had his jump back?
Yeah, I think even the practice leading up to it, he looked better than he did earlier in the season. He just looked more confident, I'll say that, and just looked more explosive. So for him, just translated it, and it was good to see him back out there.
That early catch down the right sideline, which I think was a third down catch, and they broke a couple of tackles and ended up going 25 yards.
Yeah, still looked explosive, contact balance, something that Chris is never an easy guy to bring down. He's got great balance, he's strong, and then, just a good play overall on that one that he made, and Tez got a block to truly make it an explosive.
You play New Orleans, and these division games, they don't, on paper, have much to play for, but it's the NFL, right? Everybody's out there. This is their careers. But in the first game, what did you notice about their defense? They still have a lot of, guys that have played a lot of football, and it didn't come easy for you guys, as I recall, right at the beginning, at least.
No, and against them, it really never does. We don't like them, they don't like us. They play hard. You can see it on the tape based on the other games that they've played since we've played them last, and it shows. So we know what to expect. Record doesn't indicate how physical this matchup's going to be, what a tough matchup it is. So they know us, we know them well, so it's one of those who can execute better and be the more physical team.
This will be the first divisional opponent you guys play for a second time this year. Looking at Brandon Staley's defense on the film, is there any way maybe that they've evolved since they last played you guys, or are you kind of expecting a similar thing?
Some minor changes here and there, but they still do what they do and do it well. So it's I'd say the pass rush is getting home a little bit more. They're trusting DeMario in coverage, letting some of the other backers blitz. I mean, he's still a matchup nightmare when he lines up in the line of scrimmage. So got to be aware with where he's at. But yeah, I think Granderson and Chase Young are also playing really well on the edges.
Baker, how are you feeling physically in the shoulder, and will you be able to get more work this week? Maybe some of the throws weren't what you wanted. How has that affected your accuracy recently, and do you feel it getting better?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting better. I didn't take any direct hits, like I mentioned to you guys, which is great. Still one of those things, it's going to take time, so hopefully I can put 2 of those in a row together. And for the practice reps, we'll see how it progresses. Take as many reps as I can possibly get, but if not, then just do the mental preparation like I did last week.
It's been hit with injuries and adversity week after week after week. At this point of the season, what do you think best describes the offense's identity, and what are you kind of most proud of throughout the ups and downs of the season so far?
It's been a resilient group. No matter who's in there, we've asked a lot of everybody to step up and do their job at a high level. I think a ton of people need to get credit for that. I mean, Grizz having to adjust the play calls for people who are in there, the position coaches for getting everybody that's stepping up and getting in there ready to play. It's a resilient group, and that goes for the players, the staff, training room, everybody that's involved in that. So it takes everybody.
I know you're fond of Dave Canales, Baker, but is he pissing you off with the job he's doing in Charlotte right now?
No, we got the Saints this week. Dave can do what he wants.
But you're playing him twice.
Yeah, not yet. Play the Saints this week.
Anything else?
Baker, you were, just real quickly, you were, I guess, the Bucs nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year. I know you do so much off the field and have before, but to be recognized by your teammates, what does that whole outside part of your career mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's truly an honor. There's going to be more that comes out on that here pretty soon. But yeah, it's anytime you can get recognized for that, it just it's an unbelievable honor. You know, based on your peers and everybody that sees that. But it's we have an unbelievable platform. Something that we hold dearly to our hearts is giving back and using that platform for good. And so this is our home now, and being able to give back to Hillsborough County and the greater area. So it's awesome. Thanks, guys.